Well, Chrysler is back in business, and so is a South Valley car dealership.
Chrysler went into bankruptcy 2 years ago, and it has been since resurrected along with several dealerships. Hanford Chrysler is one of those dealerships. It's located at Lacey and 11th Avenue. Joe Ybarra shows us how the small dealership is fighting back.
The parking lot is empty. The display stands are too. But there's something else here, a new sense of hope.
We're definitely a rebirth dealership here, and we're getting our second chance, second wind, if you will.
Dwight Nelson started this car dealership 20 years ago. Back then it was called Liberty Chrysler. 2 years ago the name became sort of ironic. Chrysler went into bankruptcy and forced 789 dealerships to close. Liberty was one of them.
There's some things that are just out of your control, and this certainly was one of those.
All hope was lost for the moment, but then Chrysler announced a comeback.
This is the Motor City. This is what we do.
Dwight's also ready to make a comeback. He got the green light to reopen 2 weeks ago. Just like this new sign above the entryway, Dwight and his dealership are ready to shine.
We're vindicated and shouldn't have been closed in the first place, but unfortunately we fell in a loophole of dealerships that were forced to close.
The dealership's now called Hanford Chrysler. Dwight is looking to hire 40 people. A job fair will run from 4 to 7 Tuesday afternoon. In Hanford, Joe Ybarra, KC24.
A longtime South Valley car dealership is back open for business. The Chrysler Corporation shut down Liberty Hanford Chrysler in June of 2009 during the company's bankruptcy proceedings. As Action News anchor Liz Harrison reports, Hanford Chrysler reopened today with a fresh new look and a whole new outlook.
In June of 2009, Liberty Hanford Chrysler closed its doors after 20 years of selling cars in the South Valley. The closure was not only a loss to Chrysler car owners who then had to travel out of town for repairs, but the Hanford Chamber of Commerce ambassador says the closure affected the entire community.
It's one thing to listen to the news and hear businesses closing stuff, but when you got to drive by a local icon dealership and you see it closing and people lost their jobs, our neighbors and stuff, that's terrible.
Liberty was one of 789 dealerships closed by Chrysler nationwide. But owner Dwight Nelson wasn't going to accept the decision sitting down.
Traveled to New York to actually appear before the bankruptcy judge and made every effort possible to explain why this particular dealership should remain open.
After months of wrangling, Nelson's dealership was one of only 49 nationwide that was reinstated. One of the conditions in getting the dealership reinstated was to do a remodel of the building. And one of the things that all of the Chrysler dealerships across the country have to have is this new Millennium Arch. Monday morning, cars waited in the driveway for service. Monday afternoon, the new dealership sold one of only 12 cars on the lot. They haven't been able to accept car deliveries because they need more employees. Tuesday, the dealership will hold job interviews for 40-plus positions. In the next 10 days, dozens of Chryslers, Dodge cars, Jeeps, and Ram trucks will fill the lot. Owner Dwight Nelson says he learned a very important lesson during this whole ordeal. Perseverance pays off. In Hanford, Liz Harrison, ABC 30 Action News.
And that job fair takes place tomorrow from 4 to 7 p.m. The dealership is located on 11th Avenue and Lacey Boulevard in Hanford. You can find this information on our website, abc30.com. Click on See It on TV.
Now, a large number of job seekers are lining up in the South Valley right now for a chance to work at the Hanford Auto Dealership. A job fair is underway there. Action News South Valley reporter Jessica Paris is live in Hanford now with why this dealership is no stranger to this community. Jessica?
Nancy, already roughly 200 people have come through the Chrysler dealership here in Hanford. And as you can see behind me, there are still more people waiting in line here outside. They're waiting to submit an application and hopefully get an interview. The dealership had to lay off about 50 people when it closed in 2009, and so far it's hired 12 of those people back, and they're looking for another 40 to help serve people at the dealership. A line formed early inside the new Hanford Chrysler dealership as dozens of people waited for a job interview. More people scattered across the showroom floor filling out applications. Hanford Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, formerly known as Liberty Chrysler Jeep Dodge, is holding a job fair 2 years after it shut its doors. The dealership is hiring up to 50 people.
So we want to give opportunity to the local people here, being that we're local. We have a lot of loyal customers as well, and so we wanted to give them that opportunity.
Unemployed people who live in Hanford are jumping at the opportunity to work for the company. Many here say there aren't many jobs available in Hanford. Some job seekers hope the dealership's rocky past won't affect its future.
To me, I still kind of find it iffy, like, well, they're going to be open, how long? But hopefully they just stay open long enough so I can, hopefully have an appointment here with them.
I would hope that it would be productive, that there's enough business out there for the people that they're wanting to hire on, because that was my fear. I'm like, ooh, a car dealership in this economy?
And the job fair will continue until 7 tonight. The dealership is located on 11th Avenue and Lacey Boulevard in Hanford. Now, only a few people we talked to here are looking for a specific kind of job. Most said they would welcome any opportunity that the dealership has to offer. Live in Hanford, Jessica Paris, ABC 30 Action News.
New at 5, a job fair is underway at the Chrysler dealership in Hanford. The company's hiring 50 new employees. It's good news for the local economy. CBS 47's Alexander Limon joins us live from Hanford with more on this story. Alex?
Evie, you can see there's a line of job applicants out here at the job fair, and it's actually much longer than it appears because it wraps around the inside of the building as well. I'm told a couple of hundred people have already showed up. The job fair was supposed to start at 4 o'clock, but some showed up as early as 1. For a city like Hanford that's been hard hit by the downturn in the economy, the reopening of this Chrysler dealership is great news.
I was laid off in December, and the job market, it's really, really tough right now.
For starters, they're holding a job fair to hire 50 new employees.
We have positions available in parts, in service writers, technicians.
But the impact to the local economy goes beyond that.
For Hanford, this is a big deal. More people now are going to be employed, taken off the unemployment rolls. Our dealership is going to be generating sales tax dollars.
When they closed their doors more than a year ago, 30 people were laid off. This dealership was one of 1,700 nationwide forced to shut down after the federal government bailed out Chrysler. But they fought back in court, and they're one of only 5 dealerships that have reopened after winning court battles.
We should have never been closed to start with. We're doing a great job in the community. Had good customer satisfaction scores, and the dealership was profitable.
Richard Tooman came in to have his car serviced as soon as he heard the dealership reopened. Not having a local dealership made things inconvenient for many Kings County residents.
You either go to Fresno or you go to Visalia. It would be the thing, see? So, no, I'm kind of glad they're back.
Now, this is a one-day job fair, but it goes on until 7 o'clock for anyone that's interested in coming out and applying. Reporting live in Hanford, Alexandra Limon, CBS 47, on your side.
Alex, thank you. And today's CBS 47 web poll asks, are you planning to look for a new job this year? To answer today's web poll, head to cbs47.tv. You can also join the conversation on our Facebook page and tune in for the results tonight at 11.
Hundreds of people are hoping they've got a job in Hanford at an auto dealership. Hanford Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram held a job fair today. Hundreds of people waited in line for their chance to be hired. The dealership is looking to bring aboard 40 people. More than 500, though, came in to make their best impression. The dealership ran out of applications and had to get help from another dealership. They say there's a lot of variety in the applicants.
Everyone is going to have equal opportunity. Everyone has their special talents. We have need for a lot of different talents at this point. I mean, this is the best position that they ever been in, and us on the other end, because we have more applicants to choose from as well.
The dealership is new to the Hanford area. It opened just yesterday.